not even that serious. It's like it's
I
very
know.
very chill. It's just like two dudes talking. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So yeah, fuck it. Let's here we go. Yeah, what were you
Here
gonna
we
say?
go.
You were in there last night.
I was in there last night, and then I definitely feel that they put like new limiter settings because usually everyone the one compliment I always get about my beats is that my low end is like crazy, and
Mm,
then yesterday, ready? I have this new unorthodox technique for mixing, just for leveling beats.
okay.
For example, but it's unorthodox in the sense that if you hit play at the wrong time, you might die because your output is all the way up. I crank the output all the way up, but then I turn all my faders down. Right?
Okay.
So like for example, if by accident the good thing about Logic, it doesn't group like Pro Tools,
Uh,
where if you create a group, if you just have a bunch of tracks selected in Logic, that creates a group in that
right. Right.
moment.
Right. Right.
Right? So I'll select everything, boom. But then God forbid by accident I hold Option click. Oh, we're all fucked.
Because it goes to.
Oh yeah, we're all fucked. But so I was mixing something, and then usually ear wise, my bass always sits well when it's kicking in between either -7 or -6,
Hmm.
and then for some reason, and I put the same effects because once you start producing, a you get into like certain things like percussion, bass, and all that stuff become like routine. So like I'll put like all the effects that I do to like to 808. If I want to make it fat, I'll use like maybe some R bass and Pultec EQ.
Hmm.
That's been like my new thing. I'll Pultec it first, and between like either the 60 or the 100, because the 30 never does me justice, and then either R bass or voice of God it,
Yeah.
and then, bro, I was doing I and the crazy thing was when I got back to my spot, I did a headphone mix real quick. I'm like, yo, bro, how come it wasn't sounding how come it wasn't sounding like this on the speakers? It's because they put a limiter on it, or so
Really?
at least they put a limiter on the aux cord at least.
They might have done that because people are like blasting shit. They they probably did that. Of course, dude.
That's that's why just from now on, I mean it's more of a hassle. That's why I
Yeah.
also leave it there. I just leave the Apollo there, and then I'll go TRS in TRS into the patch bay.
Patch Bay? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Wait, so
into Pro
alright,
Tools.
when that's when you produce or when you mix? Are you mixing there now?
Bro, everything.
Huh.
Honest to God, my next step once I get some my next paycheck, like big one. I'm trying to get both. Oh, some Atom AS the A7Xs.
Oh,
I
those
want
are
to get
good.
those. I want to get those, and I want to get a quad core because
Uh-huh.
I already have all the UAD stuff, but I just need more cores.
Yeah.
With that, I'll be set.
Yeah. Did you know that UAD you can only have 5 accounts? I'm sorry, 5 devices per account.
That's kind of trash.
Yeah, that's kind. So Rohan, well, I don't know if I can say this. Fuck it, man. So Rohan called me and he was like, "Hey, bro, he wanted to buy 2 more UADs, but he
Hmm.
realized that he's already at like 4 or 5 or something. And then when he tried to do it, they said that, or they wouldn't register. They said you can only do 5 per account. So what does that mean? You have to buy a new device and then buy all the plugins again? It's weird, isn't
Oh
it?
no, no. Listen, I understand that in the audio game, we're all trying to create a conglomerate of mafia,
Yeah.
but that's some straight up super mafia shit right there. That's absurd at that point.
I think maybe I think if you email them privately, maybe they'll be like, "Nah, it's okay. We'll expand." Like, how hard could it be to expand the thing? I don't know. I don't know how
How
that
hard
shit
can
works.
how hard could it be? Because it's definitely a computer thing. It's someone on a computer saying, "Oh, 5 accounts, stop." Someone on the computer going, "Da-da-da-da-da." Okay, one added device here. Go ahead. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's like, come on, can't have 1 more, 2 more. Come on, why not? Come on, let's do it. That's interesting, bro. If you had to buy all those plugins again, jeez, I mean, they're good
You'd be
plugins.
broke.
They're good plugins. But
That's why. Honest to God, COVID in a weird way was like a blessing at a weird time because the world slowed down. People were able like to gather their thoughts and like know what they wanted to do musically and stuff. So like I had
interesting.
once because for example, I know for a fact that I had it because I remember specifically March 19th. It was a Friday. My mom got a phone call. Um, no, sorry, March 17th. March 20th. My mom got
Mm,
a phone call. That was a Friday, and hold up, my computer is not
charge.
charging.
It's
Hold up, it should be charging now.
all good,
I'll
dude.
check. I'll check the cable in a second. Oh, the cable disconnected. That's why. Hold up. That makes sense.
I'll edit it out. Nah, fuck it. Keep it all in, man. Trying to
But
go raw.
keep it. Exactly. Nah. March 20th. My mom got a phone call. Her doctor told her, "Woman, do not leave. You have the virus." And
Mm,
her doctor had already called. My mother is a home attendant. They had already called, and so like they told her you have it, and most likely since you've been running around this whole week, a bunch of people will probably have it. So I know that I
yeah.
had it. I probably got better probably like the second week of April. It was the second, third week of
Wow.
April, right? But then once May happened, a bunch of people had like started getting like their ideas together, and they were like, Leonard, I want to do this, that, and the third musically, and
Yeah.
da 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 da. I'm like, listen, I got to talk to the studio, see what's up, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I've never been in a global pandemic. I don't know how this works.
Right, right. Nobody
I,
has.
so luckily I was able to make money, and then I just said fuck it with like unemployment. I said, bro, I'm gonna go all in and just like invest in this shit and see if I get anything back,
Mm,
bro. The new computer, best investment, but all the plugins and everything and like becoming like more mobile. Oh, bro,
really?
but bro, best investment. The only bad thing now is that I can't tell clients that the turnaround is faster because then the minute you do, oh baby,
Cheaper. Yeah, they'll ask for.
no, not cheaper. So then like usually if a regular client, if they give me a mix, let's say they give me a song and they want three versions for like mastering, I say that the whole thing will be done probably like in a week and a half.
Uh
The song got mixed like 2 days ago, and
huh.
it took Dan 75 minutes an hour and a half to master it. But I say 2 weeks. If I tell them, oh yeah,
Bro,
I do everything, yeah,
you know, one of those things that you might not want to mention on air? That might be.
bro,
Yeah, I don't
listen,
think your clients are watching about engineering podcasts.
exactly.
But if they
And
do, they're going to
if
be
they
like,
do, alright,
Leonard,
bro,
is
it
this
is what
two
it
weeks,
is.
2 weeks, or just low key 2 weeks?
Lucky 2 weeks.
That's hilarious. No, I know there's a whole strategy to that. Yeah, dude. It's very, I had a client, yeah, sometimes it's not like I'm trying to be a dick. It's literally because if things are too busy, it's hard for me to get to your thing, even though you want it now, now, now.
Hmm.
It is what it is, man. But I like how you're reversing it and you're being like, "Oh man, I'm still where? Yeah, 2 weeks." Meanwhile, mix is already in your folder, bounce in your bounce folder, ready to go.
It happens,
Yo, so you're using Dan now?
bro. Bro, Dan the man, bro.
Yeah, bro. Everybody's using him. Rohan, Danny, you. I think even Nakor, if I'm not oh well, I don't know about Nakor. He might be mastering it himself. Bro, everybody's going to Dan. It's
I'm
crazy.
trying. I'm trying to bring down a plaque. I'm trying to get my first plaque this year, bro. I'm trying to bring down a plaque this year. I got this kid that I'm working with that we got some things in the in the works try happening soon.
You don't
But
have a plaque yet?
no.
Bro, that's hard to believe. The
I'm dead
amount of
ass.
the amount of work.
Time out. Hold up. I don't have a Leonard plaque.
Oh,
I
I
have
see.
assistant plaques. I have
I
assistant
feel you.
plaques that, but I
Everybody's
don't
got
have a
those. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
I
you.
don't. Yeah, sorry. Again, ego thing. I actually did something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
No,
and
that's
it's no. Oh, time out. To anyone watching, it's not. There's no knock. Listen, if you, it's because G. You remember, I had this argument with you a million times. G, you have RIAAs just waiting for you to for you to pay them for the plaques. That's what they're waiting for. All right, jewelry boxes just waiting for your money. That's all they wanted.
they're
And he was like,
waiting.
nah, nah. They were just waiting for your money. That's all they wanted. And she was like, nah, man.
Fuck
I
it.
don't think it means. Nah, it means something.
I
But
know, dude.
just me
There,
me as a
these,
human being.
these are my new
What?
plaques.
Is he to flex? me me and the way I roll. Me and the
Yeah.
way I roll. I just need something like I gotta know that line. Like I seriously like
No, I
contributed to
feel you.
this.
I mean, I've thought
Yeah.
about I mean, I will get them. I'm just not like that desperate to get them. Not like, oh fuck, I
Mhm.
need them now, or else I can't do anything. But it'd be good, man. Like if I'm like 50 years from now, just like looking back at them, like yeah, that was a good time in my life. Although
Mhm.
honestly, I mean, it's not even the plaques that was the good times. It was the times with you and Rohan and Shailene and all those. That was the
Fucking
good.
Sunday morning pool.
Yes. Oh my God, you remember? Used
Yes,
to
bro. Bro, I remember everything, bro.
used to whoop your ass, and now you're the pool king, huh?
Nah. Danny still got it. I know he gonna see this. I can't cap. Danny still got it. I saw the last time he passed by the studio, I was talking shit. Danny, if you're seeing this or watching this right now, I'm pretty sure it was a $10 bet, and I sent you $10 because you beat me, bro. I remember. You know me. There's no cap in my rap. If I lose, I lose. But best
Yeah.
believe when I win, Danny, it's
It's
you gonna
over.
know about it. You gonna know about it.
Dude. Yeah, that's it. See, that was the good times for me. The good times was like just enjoying the experience, learning everything, and going up in that vent. Good time. You remember the first time you got in that ladder?
G, do you remember? This is not ready. This is all right. I'm even though it's a live thing. I'm speaking to you in code right now. You don't know what I mean. G, do you remember the vinyl tubing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was explaining. I was explaining how.
Yep. That's all you gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say. I was talking to some of the new interns the other day, and you know, like how do they like it so far? Da, 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 what are some of the challenges? And just to like get their gist on the internship because like now because of COVID, it definitely not messed. It's just
It's
being in
different.
the studio is weird because like for example, you have three kinds of people: the people who are honestly like afraid, but they still want the experience,
Mm-hmm.
afraid of like COVID. The people who unfortunately don't care,
Mm-hmm.
and then the people like that are in the middle. So
Right.
it's and studios the way they work, influx in and out different people all the time.
Right. Right.
That's the way it works. So like now it's like completely like if you go, I mean you're there something like now you see it's like completely new staff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in there. When was the last time? Just a few weeks ago. I don't know. I knew Max. That was it. And then Max left.
Gee, I know, like for you, I know for you, maybe like for not so much for like Danny and stuff. Even though I always talk, the three guys I always talking about, like mentor wise that I learned like most of my tips and tricks from are always Ant, Danny, and Lee. Doesn't it
Mm-hmm.
hurt once in a while when you're like you call G when you call Andrew, you're like, hey, I'm G, and then everyone's like, okay, who are you? Like
Nah.
mother.
I don't give a shit about that. I know because like that used to happen when I was working there. People like, I used to engineer there. Like, okay, cool, man. Sorry, I don't know you. It's like,
Nah, but G, I'm not gonna hold you.
nah, I
You
don't
put it
care.
in pain. You put it in pain.
I don't care. No, that was a fun experience. I had a great time. I mean, it was stressful, especially near the end. That it got really stressful. But dude, I learned so much, and everything that I learned from there, I was able to take it and move forward, and then leverage it to do well now.
And who would have thought G would be teaching? Like
Ah,
2.5 years ago. Well, no, 2.5 years ago. Yeah, I would have never thought you would have been teaching. only because like of like what you wanted to do like musically yourself
Yeah.
and all them things. But now you're doing your thing, bro.
Bro, it's crazy, man. I don't know what happened. A lot of things changed over the last ever since I left Engine Room. So much shit happened. Rohan was there for the initial part, and big shout out to Rohan for letting me sleep on his couch for a year when I had nothing. Big shout out to him. I still have that couch. There you go, right there. Yeah, dude, a lot of shit changed and a lot of like perception and perspective rather set in, and I don't know. I gave like I started teaching at Engine Room, right? That whole recording connection
Hmm.
program, and I really liked it. And then I realized like how much I liked it over the last like 2.5, 3 years, and then I just went balls
Hmm.
deep. I went all in. I was like, fuck it,
Now
I'm
you
just
did.
hardcore.
Now
Yeah, man.
the one thing that you did the other day that I learned on the fly was the video you posted about the kid. He was like, "Should I delete it?" And you was like, "Nah, bro, keep that shit. I don't know what they're talking about." Oh my god, that one hit home so much. It's not even funny.
I
I'm
knew
like,
it. That was for the engineers out there. That was for all the engineers. The students probably won't get it, but the engineers, they'll understand.
I just don't know what they're talking about. Oh my god. Ready? I'm gonna snitch on myself for a second. I was doing this label session, and with a very good friend of mine, famous artist, and then she always tells me what to keep. So she's already
Yeah.
established. Like Leonard, you don't gotta worry about anything. I'm not gonna. I don't like comping. I don't like this and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So we did the whole vocal. Then I think it was the last two lines of the second verse. She wanted to um, change them, change them in a certain way. So she punched in the first line of the last two lines, and then the last one. She told me take that out. Boom. And then I always do the hot track recording. So
Mm-hmm.
for those that don't know, I have one track that's dedicated to recording, and I playlist everything in there, and then I just move it down to a track. So that way the convenience of that is you can always have a track where you can always record at any time, even during playback. You can record, and it saves lives, saves ideas, saves everything. Because sometimes artists will do cool shit during playback, which I hate. Because then I'm always like, do I hit three or not? But sometimes I'll just, you know what I'll do? I'll before I stop, I'll just hit three. Like I'll tap it for a second, like a second, boom, boom. Because remember, once you hit three, it
It
recorded everything. And
records.
just
Yeah,
scroll
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. But she told me to delete that line, right?
Uh-huh.
So my dumbass, by mistake, as opposed to control option dragging, I just option dragged it. So I didn't have a copy in the playlist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I deleted the line. She asked me like 17 takes later, yo, how did the last line go? And I'm like, oh, I should have it, bro. She told me, and I deleted it. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. And she was pissed off for a second, but then it ended up coming out better. Like I smoothed it out. I got her some tea, made her happy.
Bro,
It was
there's
all
so
good.
many those little moments where you think you just fucked it all up. Oh man, like my ass just gets tight.
And and it was for a big record too.
Mm,
But like I said, I knew because it was for a big record, I knew that I had to do something like go out of my way. I knew like mix wise. I told her, tell me everything you want right now and give me 20 minutes. I'm about to
yeah,
go crazy on this mix, so you forget that even happened, bro.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have to.
Dude, no, I was just thinking about this one time. I mean, see that's an honest mistake. It's just an accident, right? Hey,
Hmm.
fumbled, right, bro? So I was recording this like jazz fusion thing, and it was like, the drummer came in, recorded, and we had like all this different instrumentation from musicians from all over India come in, like bass player from there and that, like all different collabs, right? We were on like the last day, we were recording horns, and like I don't know how I got this far, man. I'm such a dumbass, but this is what happened. We were recording horns, and they're still setting up, trying to learn the parts. I'm like, okay, let me just do a little maintenance, just like clean up the computer and stuff while I wait. And then like, oh, they want to record. All right, okay, record a little. All right, go back to maintenance. FYI, I never do that shit because what ended up happening was I had an old version of the session on the drive, and I'm like, oh, let me just get rid of this shit. I deleted it, emptied out my trash. And
then, you went full marriage. You committed to it.
I committed.
Full marriage.
No turning back. Because I wanted that extra space. I was like, I'm committing. Fuck it, right?
No prenup. No
just
prenup.
Raw.
It's full.
Raw.
Exactly.
And here's what happened, right? So Pro Tools froze. I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's Pro Tools. Happens all the time. And then when I reopened it, nothing. Just nothing was there. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell just happened? And then I called in the producer. I'm like, and this, fortunately, he's a friend of mine. Very cool. I wouldn't have done this in normal situations, but I basically told him, like, hey, man, I think I deleted it. And he's like, oh, I mean, we're going to redo the horns. I'm like, no. I deleted everything. And he was like, huh? Like, how? And I was like, I don't know. But fortunately, there was a backup that I'd done the previous night, and I found that, and it all worked out okay. But man, in those 30 seconds or 5 minutes, that felt like 5 years of pain. Intense pain. That was stupid, though.
Speaking in regards to backup, I don't know what scare happened to me during COVID, but when I got my new laptop, I bought 3 new hard drives.
Yeah.
So the main one that I produce and do sessions off of, the backup and the backup of the overall backup.
No,
so
you're growing.
I have a 5 terabyte. I have 2 5 terabytes. So I have the 5 terabyte, another 5 terabyte, and then an 8 terabyte that I back up to.
Yeah. No, dude, that's fine. You're just growing. Bro, you're growing.
Bro, because I'm not going to hold you. But the only mistake, they're all regular hard drives. I know I need SSD. The thing is, I'm not to pay $500-$600. I'd rather get 3,000 backups than to pay $600 for one drive.
Yeah, I mean, you could get an SSD just for the work drive, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Right? But no, I went out and I did something similar. I have a work drive, a regular backup, and then a master backup. So yeah, it all kind of syncs to that. But they're all SSD, just because, in case some session you have to reopen. I don't want to have to load it back to this drive, and then do it, and then put it. No, I just want to access it whenever I need to. Yeah, no, but that's good, dude. You're growing up. That's what it's supposed to be. That's sensible. That's sensible.
It's sensible. It's just, some days I look at everything that I have connected to my laptop. I'm like, there's a lot of cables, bro, just for one backup.
Nah, bro. I'm sure in time you're gonna start getting what are those called? What are those things called? LTO drives. You're gonna get those. You're gonna go hard. Those are like old school technology. I think they're magnetic drives, but a lot of big companies use them to store and archive sessions and audio and video, I think, all that stuff, because they're super cheap. But the thing is, it takes a little bit of time to it's not as fast to transfer, and you can't read and write directly off of them. At least that's...
Oh, okay.
So they have, like just server rooms filled with LTOs and stuff. It's pretty wild.
Shit.
Yeah,
listen to them every day.
Think about like people like Sony Records or the big record labels. They probably preserve all that stuff, right? So
yeah. Speaking of, bro, I had to do something like that. It was mad weird. I had to upload, I think it was almost 100 gigabytes, like basically a whole album, but like all the data for the album. So like all the mix sessions, all the masters, the recording sessions, all that
audio,
yeah. Bro, that was the most tedious task. It took me 2.5 days to do it. I did it all out of Suite 3. Why? Because at the time, I have no offline bounce. So a lot of things took forever. Yeah, a lot of things took forever.
Let's not go there.
And on the last day, I was so sleep deprived that I had to reprint the stems for one of the songs, like every stem, because by accident all the stems had kicks in it. Like for them, it would be clap and kick. and they want everything separate.
Yeah.
Like how they want it is like they want every individual mix them. How you mix it, like all your processing individually. So I
Ah.
was like, oh my god! But thank God for bouncing through multiple buses, because then
Yeah.
you could bounce out multiple buses at a time. So
Like you're
that helped.
printing live, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bro,
but that was a pain.
man, can't believe. Yeah, Pro Tools 10 and offline bouncing. Man, that's
Bro,
never heard that.
honest to God, I did 2 sessions this week because I'm staying somewhere else right now, and I told the clients, listen, I can have both sessions had like we did like 7 songs in each session, so like 14 songs. I told the clients, honest to God, I'm like, listen, if you give me 5 minutes, I'll be back home in like 5 minutes. Let me get all these sessions just offline bouncing out the crib real quick, and you'll get them. And they're like, all right, cool. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, 7 songs, they're all 3:30. That's half an hour of bouncing, bro.
Bro, you're doing great, man. It's really good to see you like working hard and doing all these sessions. It's really awesome. Like you're top of the food chain, man. Engineer, as far as I know.
No, it is great, and remember, not to get like too religious. When you ask God for certain things and you get them, don't be like, hey, I asked for what I asked for, I got it. Now everything that comes with it, you just got to roll with the punches,
Stay
roll with the
humble.
punches,
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
humble, roll with the punches.
I feel you, but
Yeah.
definitely inspiring to see, dude, for sure. But like
Hell yeah,
that's
bro.
so like how did you're a musician before you got
hmm
into engineering, right? Trumpet?
I played trumpet for. Funny thing, I played, but I still play. The other day, I leave everything at engine room. My trumpet, all my stuff. So the other day, I was in a production session, and then with Avian, and then the artist wanted to like sample this old like Spanish record, and I was doing it, and she said, "Damn, if I knew like a trumpet player," and then Avian gave me a real quick. I'm like, okay, give me like 5 minutes, and then I did it mad weird. Because I leave it in the machine room, so I walk in the machine room, and then I put the mute in it, because remember it's mad cold in there, so my trumpet's OD out of tune in there. I should have left it in the live room. Tonight when I go back, I'm gonna leave it in the live room because it's so cold in there. It always gets out of tune real quick.
Yeah.
So they just see me they see me walk into the machine room, and I come back out like like 15 minutes later. It takes me honest to God like to be thoroughly warmed up. It takes me like 15 minutes. Um, so I come up with a trumpet, and she was like, "Oh my God, you play trumpet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I play trumpet. That's my instrument. Yeah." Because
Why'd you why'd you warm
everyone
up in the machine room?
because I wanted to low key I wanted to surprise her, because if I just walk out with it, she would have been like, "What the fuck?"
No, why? You could have just walked out with it and say, "Hey, let me warm up over here." That's
I
like
don't know.
some gangster.
I know. Gee, I'm different. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So you're still comfortable enough to play on records whenever.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the reasons why I left it there, because like sometimes like when I'm just like chilling and like there's free time, I'll go on like and like practice a whole bunch of stuff, because you got to keep the chops somewhat there.
Oh yeah.
Trumpet is different. Like for example, for me to like play like a solo, I could probably with like 15 minutes, half an hour of warming up, I could like do a solo type thing.
Hmm.
That's easy. But like to like record like a whole ass record where it's like 117 bars of music, top to
Yeah.
bottom, high and low. That I would need like a week's worth of practice, because the chops. Because
Yeah.
you're gonna back in my heyday with trumpet. I can say my heyday. When I was in studios knocking stuff out, I usually was doing like 2-3 songs in like an hour and a half.
Hmm.
Like because I used to record with a couple of like like local bands, both like on the Latin side and like funk, and like every time that we would like do stuff in like book studio time, uh, I as a musician I hate recording
Yeah.
with the band.
Yeah. Really?
If yeah, but it's because of the way I was taught how to record, how to record. Because uh, my music teacher, we used to record like we had like a treated basement. So honest to God, he would like do everyone like in sections, like
Uh-huh.
percussion and bass and piano. They lay the foundation, and then the horns do overdubs. I like
Hmm.
recording like that. But like I said, when the band is tight, I don't mind recording in a group
Right.
setting.
But when
It's
they're not tight,
when they're
yeah.
not tight, because it happened to me many times. When the band's not tight, and then you fuck up, and your chop's already gone, then they're like, "Oh, Leonard can't play." Nah, motherfucker, I had like 20,000 great takes, but Bozo MacGyver over here fucked up so many times that now we can't use those takes. That's what happened.
Yeah, dude, you were like touring and stuff as a musician, right? You did that for
Yeah,
a long.
I
Wait,
said
when was this? Like
so.
2000s, 90?
He said 90. I'm only 26. G,
It
relax.
might maybe you came out of your mom with a saxophone. Oh, sorry, a trumpet. I'm ready to
No,
go.
I was doing touring stuff. I started college 2011, so from like 2010 to like 2016, I was doing a whole bunch of like live theaters and club appearances, or like multiple like Spanish musicians and stuff like that. And then like in New York City, I was doing a whole bunch of like funk stuff as well too,
Did
funking
you
like jazz and stuff.
and you learned music like actual like
Yeah,
theory and like
yeah.
notes and
I went to music high school, and then I had a great teacher by the name of Mr. Larios. Shout out to Mr. Larios. Bro. Listen, the fact that I'm still doing music is crazy in itself. Cause bro, from like grade 5 to end of high school was literally every day after high school. I went to high school in the Bronx. I would
uh-huh.
take the bus back to where I live, and we had a rehearsal spot, and we would literally be in rehearsal from like 5 o'clock. I got it at 3:30. 5 o'clock, I would get back till like 10 p.m.
Mm.
Rehearse a whole bunch of music, and every night, and then go home at 10 to do homework. By do homework, it was eat, do my favorite assignment, my favorite class, and go to sleep, and a routine every day in this
Wow.
basement every day for like 7 years.
Jeez.
But at that time, my goal in life was I wanted to be the next Arturo Sandoval. I wanted to like musically, he's like one of the like, trumpet like super legends, and I got to like meet him, and also like I got to meet him, and my teacher like hooked us up where like we like spoke like through like Facebook and stuff,
Yeah.
like all that stuff. So it was cool like to like, talk to my idol. So I was like, oh, nah, I
Wow.
want to this is what I want to do in my life. I
That's
want to
amazing.
be this dude. I want to go to Tunisia and play a night in Tunisia. I want to go to France and play
Yeah.
afternoon in Paris.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I wanted to do. All those Montreal Jazz Festival, Paris Jazz Festival. That was like my goal. But
Dang.
then life went. It didn't go all the way left. We did a sharp turn real quick.
What happened?
That's what it did. No. I started like playing more and becoming an adult. And as you become an adult, you see that hey, I'm doing all these gigs, and at the end of the night, I was promised this rate, and I got paid this rate, and I have no
Right.
control over the end rate because I don't promote or do any of the club management shit.
Yeah, that's an interesting space, the promoter side. Let's
Oh
not.
man,
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Let's just say that that's an interesting business model. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, very interesting.
Oh, so that's what it was. You realized
Hmm.
that in order to make money and like a proper living, it would be very difficult, extremely difficult.
Also, also, I mean, for example, my night hours. See, for example, all the guys know. You know, Danny knows, Lee knows. We operate as owls. We work in the night. So I was already used to that lifestyle. But
Hmm.
then at the time, I was in college, and just like college, I had a job and playing trumpet. It just all those hours like take a toll on you because it's like, damn. Like, at what time do you sit down and breathe for a second?
Sure.
Doing that, and it's no different. It's not any better engineering wise,
That's what I
but
was thinking. Yeah, I mean,
it's not any better. But I don't know what I honestly don't know what it is. I just like I know partially what it is. I'm a control freak, and and I can control this. I can't control other things. As a musician, even remember in all the groups and all the bands that I was, everyone always made me musical director. I never
Uh-huh.
asked it. Everyone just always entrusted me with that job. So
Yeah.
even as musical director, it was like I can't control all the things. As an engineer, as a producer, everything is in my grasp. So
Yeah.
the hours aren't better, but I thoroughly enjoy
I
it
think you
because
enjoy it. Yeah.
I you can say I thoroughly enjoy it because I can control it, but that's the truth. I thoroughly enjoy it because I have a say in the matter.
That makes sense. No, I can respect that. Actually, I actually fully understand that. To be completely honest, yeah, dude.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not that control is we don't want to control in a negative way. It's just that
Hmm.
we just feel more invested in it. I think, and
Hmm.
when the return happens, it's your risk, but it's also your gain as well. So I
Because
get it.
trust me, listen. From having Caribbean parents, when they're on your ass about oh how come you're never home? How come this and the third? But they're ready. This is the thing about Caribbean parents. When you start to make a little bit of money, right? Because, right, a little bit, right? Let's say I'm gonna go a little bit, and you start to contribute in like multiple ways when you're living at home and stuff. They're quiet. They don't say
Yeah,
anything. It's,
yeah.
it's 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 when you're asking that they're like, bro, it's not paying off, bro. I'm like, Dad,
Ooh,
relax. It's gonna it's gonna pay off. And
that's
like not
interesting.
because like now I'm in like I'm in a comfortable space. My next like short term goal is like to move out and I'm working on that like right now. But like, bro, it's funny how a year I'll say a year and a half ago my dad was on me about Leonard. I think a different career choice. I'm like and me and my dad have like this funny relationship where like I know this is illegal for most people, but I call my dad by his first name.
Uh huh.
Most people will be like, you can't call your dad by first. Nah, I'm like Tony. Listen, I'm gonna make this work. Just give me a minute, bro. I like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
'cause some people. So I I've always viewed it as like when you're gonna do music, I don't I can't relate it to because I don't have experience in anything outside of music. When you're gonna do music, I feel like if you can't commit if you don't do it with like it's plan A and nothing, I feel like people who do like and have like a plan B, it never fully works out for them because they have something to rest on. But when
Mm-hmm.
you make this like the end all be all goal, like it has to be this or nothing, it's gonna pan out at some point because you're putting all your eggs in this basket, and it's a risk. Like at the end of the day, to
Well,
put
yeah,
all those eggs in one basket. But
yeah,
I feel like there's no other way to do it musically outside of that.
yeah. No, that's. I think it's because it's already an extremely competitive space. So there's going to
Hmm.
be people who give 100%, and then there's going to be people who give 70%. So obviously, the 100% will probably succeed, right?
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, it's not always true. There's also a luck factor. You have to be in the right place, know people. Yeah, but still, there's a lot you can control. You can go to networking events. You can go to. So I see what you're saying, and I think it's because like we both have basically immigrant parents. Yeah, it's just it's hard. They don't know anything about music. They don't know. They can't help. There's nothing they can do to help you because they know they know nothing. And I think that's also speaking to our control thing. It's like we want something that we control that's outside of everybody else's. Like nobody can help us. It's all on us. I think we both share that.
Funny thing is, in my household, everyone thinks I'm a DJ. So there, again, I am very petty, and I try to prove my point across all the time. I literally, I took like a friend of mine. I took their song, just preamp and compressor, no effects, no nothing, dry. So you hear all the proximity effect, everything. I show my parents, mom, you want to know what I do, mommy? All right, sit down. Here's these headphones. Listen, give me your opinion. And in Spanish, she's like, I don't really, I don't like it. It sounds bad. Sounds bad. I'm like, all right, mom. I turned on all the setting, all the automation. It was a final mix session. It wasn't a rough mix. It was a final mix session. He's like, wow, this sounds very nice, mom. That's what I do. There we go. That's
There
that
you
mom. That's
go.
what I do. Now you know. So anytime anyone asks, I'm not a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm a How you want to say it in Spanish? I'm gonna make it sound nicer, guy. That's what I do.
Make it sound nicer,
Sound
guy.
nicer, guy. If that works for you, fuck it, that's fine.
Dude, that's awesome. Wait, so like while you were a musician, were you learning engineering, or you just?
Uh, I first learned about engineering even existing my first year of college.
Mm,
I went to LaGuardia Community. At the time, they had something called the CUNY pathway, where you did your curriculum, but then they gave you a pathway, like a separate pathway to like lead you into the audio engineering thing. So like you took
nice.
like some basic classes. So over there is where I first learned about Pro Tools LE.
Ah, Pro Tools
and
LE.
and using the Mbox 2, the blue Mbox 2.
Wow.
That was my start. That was my start into
Damn.
engineering. And then
When was that? What year was that? 11.
2011. Yeah.
11.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn.
2011.
Okay, so you're engineering. You're in LaGuardia. Wait, were you in? You're born in the Bronx, Washington Heights?
No, no, no. Washington Heights. Yeah, Washington
Yeah, yeah,
Heights.
yeah. Nice. Wow. So you just been here the whole time. So you're an
Yep.
OG New Yorker,
OG New York.
like triple
You're
OG.
in the cut. Triple OG. Loki. Loki. Haki. OG. I told you I was gonna do it one time for you. I told you.
Of course, of course. Wow. So, okay, so as you're touring and doing music, you're also learning about Pro Tools. Did you like it, or did you think it was confusing?
I didn't understand it for shit. I gave up on it for 8 months, and like I was low key failing that class, and
Mm.
then the LaGuardia said, "Hey, if you fail this class, we're withdrawing financial aid." And I said, "Oh, let me get good at it real quick. I need that. I need that."
Motivator.
So
Okay.
motivated. So I got my shit together and I learned it. But then the only good and bad thing about the CUNY pathways, I got all my basic classes for my curriculum career thing out of the way. So I had to still finish a year of regular academic stuff before I even got to IAR,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
which is
Uh huh.
weird. One, they shouldn't have let me do all my audio classes at one point, like spread them out, because I basically got everything done, but I didn't get to the new advanced stuff until like a year and a half later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so even when I got to IAR, like it was like relearning basically everything, because
And
I hadn't touched Pro Tools in a year and a half, because it was only at LaGuardia.
yeah. So you only did Pro Tools at LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just
Mhm.
basic editing. What? Like.
Basic editing and MIDI.
Okay.
And
Okay.
MIDI, yeah. And how to record.
Okay. And then how did?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you get into IAR when 2014.
That's now. Well, I took a year off from college, in 2013, a year and a half actually.
Mm.
So I got into IAR 2000 at the end of 2014. So
Wow.
yeah, so like September of 2014, I got into IAR.
Nice. September.
Hmm. Yes, September of 2014. Yeah.
I think that's when I joined Engine Room as an intern.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. How long? So IAR, and that's when you
It
learn
was
about what everything, right? Basically.
everything. Relearn Pro Tools, fundamentals of mixing, freaking compression rarefaction, how sound physically freaking works.
Mm,
Uh, what else did we learn? Soldering, which I don't even know how to do anymore.
yeah, me
Only
neither.
because the only reason why I don't know how to do soldering, because one, when you know this, when it comes to anything sharp or knives, I'm the biggest coward of all time. And anything that involves burning myself and pointy, nope, not a fan of it. Not a fan of it.
You know who loves soldering is Shailene. I would always get him to solder. Cause I
That's
didn't
why.
know.
Remember, I told you the best. All right, for example, the best intern pairing that I ever got was, I can't say one or two. I'll say 1A, 1B. I'm sorry, but it was Darlie and Shailene with me, right?
Yeah.
Anytime it was right. But if I had to do a number two, it was me and Vinny. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Vinny would deal with everything from the shop to the mess. I do everything from the shop to the front office. Because Vinny would be in there soldering away, fixing, fucking up cables. Vinny, not all the cables are good. You know that. Just everything from the shop to the mess. Vinny had that, and from the shop to the front office, that was all me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, same thing.
Did you know Joe Caravallo? Was he teaching?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe and funny thing, right? Dan, when he was about to start his teaching at IAR, Joe brought him in to do like a guest lecture, and that's when I met Dan.
Oh wow.
At IAR, yeah.
Wait, when did Millis join? Dan.
Shortly, I want to say shortly in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I gotta get him on the podcast. Everybody's talking about him, bro. He's something
Exactly.
Else.
He's a real celebrity.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, or he's a celebrity amongst us engineers, I guess. Amongst ERA people. Yeah, dude, for sure. God, anyway. So IAR.
I'll say no. Listen, I'll say it for you. His low end, I know, is there. I know.
Yeah, I mean his masters are just great. I mean everything that I've heard from him, from Rohan or from Danny, it's like fuck, it's amazing.
For me, like audibly, every time I get a master, it's like the number one thing where I could tell like he focused on was it's always harshness on vocals. He always gets it right, but low end, oh man, it plays smooth across every, like, you know how they say every mixture plays smooth across thing. That makes every master play smooth, whether it's AirPods, your car speaker, this and the third. Dan gets it, bro.
That's funny. Danny was saying that as well. He was saying that he loves the attention that Millis gives the low end. Yeah. That's crazy, dude. But yeah, big shout out to Dan Millis. Someday, man, we'll get you on this podcast, and I just got to get my shit together. IAR. Okay, so how long were you there at IAR?
10 months.
And you met Derek. Derek.
I met Derek there, and then Derek was the one that got me my internship at
Hell yeah, because I was your fucking.
Wait, tell me, do you want to tell the story of the first day?
I don't remember all of it, so why don't you tell me the first? Because I don't remember all of it. I just remember what you were wearing.
Exactly. That's the best part of the story. So the day before, see, I knew what was up in the music industry, but I have a father who I love Sir Tony to death. Tony's my guy, but my father is he knows one thing, and he knows it has to be that way. He's like, well, Lenard, you're going for an interview for your future career. You have to dress up. So of course, I go and I was wearing like a blue white striped shirt, a fancy red ass tie, and some nice silver slacks.
Yeah, you looked smooth. You looked smooth as hell.
Jeep probably didn't even give two flying fucks. He was like, "Damn, my son's looking right."
No, I mean at first, because like I was already there for a long time, so I knew the vibe. So when you came in, I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, you look great, but that's a lot. So I don't know if I even told you, like, you don't have to wear all.
Bro, no. I know, bro. I felt so out of place because I looked to my left and there's people in shorts and t-shirts and tank tops. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm thoroughly overdressed. Like thoroughly overdressed.
No, but it didn't affect you in a bad way. It wasn't you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but looking back, like since we're boys, looking back on it, you're like, Lenard, what the fuck were you doing that day?
It looked like you were going on a first date. I was like, man, this is the studio, boy. No, you look smooth, man. I mean, I don't even remember what my thoughts were at the time. I just remember like, oh wow, you're overdressed. But Derek had highly recommended you, so even before you came in, I kind of already committed. Like, yeah, I'm probably gonna hire him. So.
Well, you want to know why he highly recommended me? He had to, and I can say this because the school is closed now, bro. I am a nerd. I wear my nerd badge card proudly. Okay. So when I was at IAR, for example, like I said, I was fully committed to doing audio. So what I would do was I would record my lessons on my laptop. I would sit in the front, record like thorough nerd shit, and then like every time there was like a big quiz or something, I would do like a review sheet, and people saw that I was doing it. So they were basically my review sheet was hands down a cheat sheet for everything audio related. So everyone, once they found out that I was doing a cheat sheet, yo, Lenard, send that. So I became the cool guy. Everyone had my number in their phone. Everyone had my number. I was the most popular kid, right? The most popular one, right? Dike, right? So that's how like, bro. They would basically cheat off me all the time, off of my review sheet.
Damn, you went hardcore then.
Bro, I was thorough because like I said, like I said, nerd. I wanted to learn everything thoroughly. That's on like for example, that's honest. Like for example, I view my climb up career wise as slow, but slow because I wanted it to. Because for example, you guys would like try to like stoke the fire and like not throw me under the bus, throw me in the fire, right? And I was very hesitant because I always said I don't want to do anything. For example, I didn't want to let you guys down. Number one, but two, I don't feel comfortable doing anything that I don't fully master, right? So even when I was in school, I wanted all the knowledge so that I could apply it to when I go and I'm getting the real job experience, the hands-on experience. I want to be confident what I'm doing. That's why. That's why, like for example, now I don't mind people sitting in my sessions. Why? Because I can explain what I'm doing to a point where you get it, and we both get it, and now we have like a full understanding. But before that, me just if I had done everything just going in the fire, which guess what? Like I said, it was slow because of me. I still had to go in the fire and fuck up. It was inevitable. But I had enough knowledge so the fuck ups were small in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but also no, I get it, dude. I respect that because if you're gonna do it, kind of like what you said before, you gotta be 100% in. Can't be like, oh, okay, let me try. Yeah, so I get it. So when you were talking about it, it just reminded me of teaching because people have been. Or good friends of mine have told me, oh, you should teach. You should totally teach. Like, Vicky was pushing me to teach all the time. And I was like, no, I don't know. But, like, once you get comfortable and you're ready to go all in, I think it speaks to it. Like, you have to be comfortable with yourself and your knowledge and all that stuff. So, I totally get that, dude.
I remember one day, sorry to cut you off. I remember one day, Danny... When I first learned what actually setting up a session was, it was because my boy Danny, right? He told me, Lenard, did you set up the room? I'm like, yes, Danny, I did. and at the time, like for example, I thought I knew everything, right? I'm like, yes, Danny, I did everything. That you said. And he's like, did you check the levels? I'm like, no. Did you turn the speakers on? I'm like, no. So you didn't do shit. I'm like, oh fuck.
Ooh, Danny is fucking. He doesn't. I love it.
When Danny literally said, "So you didn't do shit," I'm like, "Oh, great." I'm like, "Well, now I know how to do it." I'm like, at least now I know how to do it right.
Yeah.
So like now, like for example, when I call the studio for a setup, to avoid even having to do that, because like I said, I like to be comfortable. So avoiding having to do that, I'm on the phone like, all right, I need you to do these 17 steps exactly how I'm telling you right now. If you don't do the 17 steps exactly how I'm telling you, you did nothing.
Right.
Okay? And then I'm like, get a pen. Write this down because you're not going to remember all these 17 steps.
Why didn't you get an assistant, bro?
That for free. If you know someone that wants my knowledge, send them my way. Cause
bro, I'm sure, dude. That's how we got knowledge, right?
Bro, I always say I have the drive that, for example, Darley, Shay, and me have. I haven't seen anyone yet come through with that. So, really? It's not worth. Trust me, it's needed. It's not needed because one, like I can still do everything. It would be so nice and convenient to have someone to. Bro, right now I'm not looking for. One thing I'm not looking forward to is I have a bunch of big mixes coming up, and like for example, this last week I already started doing all the editing. I'm like, okay, Leonard,
Yeah.
just get it done, Leonard. Stop bitching and moaning. And it's gonna be like this project gonna be like 10 songs. I'm like, it's 10 songs, and all these songs have a lot of stems. All right, let's get to it, Leonard. All these edits.
No, I'm telling. I think I know what you're trying to say. Like, if you don't find somebody who has the same drive and dedication to focus and attention to detail and stuff, you're gonna have to work harder than you do already to fix their fuck ups or fix their. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. That's weird though. You should look for. Yeah, dude. There's probably so many students. I'll ask. There's probably some students that are hardworking that are willing to learn something.
I'm willing to, and you know me, bro, a giver of, bro. The same way that all y'all have given me knowledge,
Right.
you can count that I'm going to do the same.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's because I was telling, bro, bro. I used to remember when on my shift, I used to again. I the one blessing I had as an intern, the one biggest blessing. I told my parents, if you guys can support me financially for like a year, maybe 2, I'll make it. I'll make it worth your while. So like they were supporting me, food, transportation wise, and anything else I needed. Right. So one thing I used to do, I used to ask my mom for extra money. Hear this out, so that like because remember I had you booked you like a well not it wasn't you. I asked for it, so I can't complain. I was gonna say you like a dumbass, but me like a dumbass. I asked you to put me Tuesday PM shift, Wednesday PM shift, Thursday PM shift.
Yeah.
But at the time, yeah, I had 3 back to back PM shifts, and then at that time, Davies was in the studio every night till 7 a.m. So I was literally going home to sleep and shower and come right back to the studio, right? But while Davies was up in the mess, I would go to Ant and sit in his room, and he would let me ask all questions. Nice. All I had to do was buy him breakfast.
Wow, no way. And that's what that extra money was for.
Yep.
Bro, that's hilarious. So we got to find an assistant who can buy you breakfast.
And listen, I eat, okay? I eat, okay?
Gonna need a little more money for that. No, that's awesome. And yeah, Ant has come up a couple of times in the podcast too. He's another one. He's like a legend in his own right. Yeah,
and he never asked me. I would say, no, if you're gonna give me this, I gotta do one thing in return for you.
That's nice of you. That's very nice.
Because bro, listen, Danny and Lee told me, when you sit in the room, you gotta be a fly. Like you and you gotta pick the pockets in which to ask questions.
Yes.
Because like for example, I can't just every time I see a new plugin, and what's that? No. Wait, because remember, when you're sitting in the room and watching, the chemistry or the science of what's going on is he's trying to internalize the vibe of the music and get it through the plugins. So if I keep asking questions, I'm blocking him getting to the vibe. So I have to see the pocket. As engineers, we always take little breaks. Oh, trust me, that's one thing about me during mixing. But especially, I probably mix faster through speakers than headphones. And headphones, I find myself I take more breaks than usual. But just because it's so close to the ear, and then you have monitor loud and soft.
That's normal.
I was taking more breaks. So like for example, when he would take his little breaks or like go to Instagram whatever and check some shit, that's the pocket to ask a question type thing. But you gotta like literally be aware and awake all the time.
But how did you know that? Like, are you? Is it just magical that you are self-aware enough to feel out the room?
No. All Danny and Lee. They always told me be a fly and just look for the pockets. Don't if the minute you come off as annoying, bro, I don't want to. Ant wouldn't want me in his room 9 hours if I was gonna do that.
So true.
I would be there during my whole shift sometimes.
So true.
So if you're gonna be annoying for 9 hours, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you must have learned a lot. So you were an intern learning from Ant, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. How long were you an intern?
A year and 3 months.
Nice. And you liked it. You didn't mind it, right? You were pretty hard working at that shit.
I didn't mind it because like I said, everyone before I left, I told me, all the knowledge you gained here, it's gonna be minuscule in the terms of hand life experience you're gonna get on the job. So, sorry, hands-on experience that you're gonna get on the job. So I took my time so that I could get all the knowledge, hear all the stories of what to do and what not to do, so that when the stars aligned and I was in that position, I would know how to handle the situation,
Yeah,
or
dude.
think I know how to handle the situation, because we always think we always think we know, and then there's always that one
Yeah.
curveball that comes your way.
No, sure. I mean, you probably were more prepared because you'd seen a lot of people do it and you knew how to approach things. But yeah, dude, unless you get in the fire and just get burnt a few times, you're not gonna know what to do.
Do you remember that story I told you about the one guy that didn't want me to talk to the client?
I don't remember.
This is the weirdest session of all time. I think there was this one session. So I had this like hot streak at end room where like I was still a G at the time though. I was still a GA. So like everyone was like calling back for me. Everyone loved me. And then Scott Avian threw me this session. And I think it was some signed kid. I forgot what label. I want to say Rock Nation in my head, but I don't remember. Honestly, God. Uh, the kid comes in. It was artist and producer slash vocal producer.
Uh huh.
Uh, so they're doing the song, and I go. The kid actually he did a couple takes, and then he says, "Oh, punch me in." So I click the talkback button, and I say, "From where?" And then the producer smacks my hand off the talkback button and says, "Don't ask him from where. Ask me." I'm like, "Okay." So from where?
Whoa.
From right here. And then the guy, he said something. I didn't hear it clearly. I couldn't hear what he said clearly, so I clicked talk back. What was that? Yo, bro, listen, don't talk to the artist. Just talk to me. I'm like,
What
bro,
is that?
I'm like, yo, Zema, this can't be real life right now. How am I supposed to know what's going? Like, for example, I know you're the vocal producer, but you're supposed to hear what the artist does and then coach him on like off of what you hear.
Yo,
How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to know? And then two, as a man, you're not gonna smack my hand off talkback button. And like,
yo,
I
you should have back smacked,
oh man,
backhanded it.
it was, and then the next day, he texts Avian, bro, you gave me like possibly like the worst engineer at Endrum all the time. Avian's like, nah, what? And she's texting me like, yo, Leonard, what happened? I'm like, Ave, I don't know what that dude's problem is. I don't know if he has like 10 Grammys and or some shit, and like that's his style. I just I don't know, Avian. I could not tell you anything, bro.
Dude, God, the music industry is just full of weirdos, right? Just fucking weird people.
Don't talk to the artist.
Don't
So what
talk
happens?
to the artist.
I'm like, so what happened in my mind, right? So what happens if he asks me, do I like it? Do I talk to you and like, yes, sir, I like it. Like, what the fuck? What are we like? What are we really doing at this
Yo,
point?
that's weird. That's just there's something not right about that. You ever get to the bottom of that? What happened?
Nah, he's very specific. He wants to do the talking to the artist.
No, but
You know, he,
but smacking your hand away, man. Come on.
yeah.
Would have taken
He pro-
taken. I would have taken that talkback mic and shut. It's like no, I wouldn't do anything. I would maybe like lay my hand on the microphone and say, next time you do that, this microphone is going up your nose. No, I wouldn't do that. Although, no, let me ask this: can you imagine if that was Danny instead of you? No chance that would have happened more than once.
I'm not even, bro. If that was Danny, the mess would be on fire right now. All right? That's all I'm saying. If that was Danny, the mess would be on fire. He would. Danny would have. Danny would have unhooked a whole channel strip, taken it out of the console. Fuagata to him right there, bro.
No, but that's what I love most about Danny, man. No fucking bullshit with him. Just nothing. And you can tell. You can tell. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh shit, man. So that was you said you were doing having like a really good run at that time. This was
Yeah.
GA
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
Wow. When was that? That was must have been when I was
2016, 17,
right when I
around
was
there.
still there. Right, I was still
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
Damn, man, that's funny. And like you were doing mainly recording sessions, right?
Yeah, mainly recording.
But then how did you move up? Did you do podcasts first as a GA?
I so the funny thing was, right? Before I became like a freelance only engineer, right? I was doing all the a whole bunch of the podcasts and engineering, and I was actually making a pretty penny while being a GA.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, I had I had a talk with you one time. I'm like, yo, G, I'm making good money like doing all this stuff, but I know if I leave GA, I have to give up the podcast.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, damn. I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, I don't want to be GA forever, but I'm
Yeah.
making I'm making good money doing because luckily at the time I was just making shit work. So like I made time for like all the podcasts and all the
Yeah.
engineering sessions.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
said, I took the punches as they went.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but then I was like, fuck it, bro. I just gotta be I gotta be freelance. And however I made it happen before freelancing only, I just gotta make it happen again as a freelance engineer.
Right. Right. Right.
Hmm.
But you were still getting like when you moved to freelancer, you stopped getting those podcasts, right?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Right. And then you just so you took a bit of a hit, but
Yeah.
it was worth it. I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, and
Now, now,
you were doing like your
now, oh my fault.
local clients or like
Yeah, at the
label
time,
shit.
at the time, I had like a bunch of friends that they had some money and they wanted to record, so I was bringing all of them over to Andrew.
I remember. Me and Shay
Uh,
were in one room, and you guys would be in your other room. I remember all this. We'd get
yeah,
halal food and then bump into you in front of the TV or something.
good old
Man,
halal food around Andrew.
dude, I was eating so bad. Me and Shailene, we were just abusing our bodies when we were
The
just
4
like,
a.m. halal food from y'all. Oh yeah.
oh man, so good, so good.
If honest to God, if they had a halal guys near the studio, like actual halal guys, oh my God.
Do they not? Oh, you mean the
No,
actual chain?
the chain. Oh my
Uh,
God. You got to go all the way to 14th Street to Union Square for that. I know because I went to IAR, so I would always get halal food around IAR because halal guys is there.
there you go. But then, when did you get your first label session? Then.
It was sometime I forgot who it was. It was sometime during the GA thing. It was sometime
Hmm.
during the GA. Well, no, because remember there's the story that I just told about the guy who
Oh, right.
he was a label
He
he
was
was
a
a label
label
client.
guy.
He was a
Not
label guy.
listen. Okay, so you were still. So when you left as GA, you still got a couple of label things, but you were mainly relying on the local clients to like keep your business.
To keep me afloat.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
I was still doing whatever label stuff came my way. But
yeah,
I was bringing in more of my people at the time to pay the rent,
yeah, yeah.
as they
And you
say.
were you producing or
Yeah, at the time I was producing. Yeah, still.
nice. And then what
Hmm.
happened? What happened after that?
They started getting more label stuff. Started meeting more people. And then started getting by now we're like semi catched up. We're like I've met a lot of people. I've got the chance to like play people my beats. They recorded on my beats, and then now we're just we're waiting for like more official things like to come out and stuff like that.
Mm. And you
Hmm.
met them through the sessions you did, like through the label
Through
sessions.
through sessions, yeah, the majority. Yep.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Hmm.
crazy. You right place, right time, and you had
Hmm.
that work ethic. I wonder, do you have to be a control freak to work as hard as you and I do? I wonder.
Yes, 100%. Ready? Hold up. 'Cause this is the thing. For the music that you care about, that you
Oh yeah,
thoroughly enjoy, that you play back a million times and kill that song a million times, you got to be a control freak for that. 100%.
that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Or if not a control freak, at least obsessive. In a
Hmm.
not so great way.
Because, for example, I could have just learned how to produce
Yeah.
only. Because knowing how to record and mix, is a skill on itself, right?
Definitely.
But I said, all right, why not essentially as a producer corner the market, be the one stop shop. If you want a song, if you want a beat from Leonard, here's the beat. Do you have an idea right now for it? Fuck it, I'll go get a microphone. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. You
Yeah.
like the song? I know how to tweak it to get it to sound right. Boom, one stop shop for everything.
Love it.
But don't get it twisted. It is very tedious because then what happens is you get into this is the current situation that I'm living right now. I have become the one stop shop for every artist that I work with. So the demand the demand is a little absurd right now to the point where I'm like, bro, how am I gonna? There's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
How am I gonna do everything? Because I expanded my skills. Where yes, I know how to produce. Yes, I songwrite too. Yes, I know how to record. Yes, I know how to mix. So now I gotta make the beat, write the lyrics, record the song, mix the song too.
Damn. And
For a bunch of people.
yeah, that's I mean, it's good, but you're gonna hit a wall, right? You're gonna burn out
You,
at some point. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
But that's okay because I think once you reach that point, it'll just be like that time when you had to transition between GA and freelancer. You'll have to might take a little bit of a cut to be more free, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just upcharge a little bit. And then you
Mm-hmm.
just do the things you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, dude. That's crazy. Man, you are busy. Everybody talks about you at the studio, bro. It's like when I went there, I can't remember who I asked. Again, I don't know anybody at the studio now. Although I met Edgar. I like him. Nice kid. And I met someone else.
Edgar's my boy.
He's cool. I like him.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
guy. I only literally met him for like 2 minutes. It was it was that day I called you and like the SSL speaker or something.
The what? G, it never happened. I'm
okay.
talking about G.
Never
I'm not talking
happened.
about-
Okay. But he seems super friendly, super nice, and yeah, he went ahead and opened up that center section, and yeah, nice kid. But what was I gonna say? Shit, don't remember. No, yeah, that's what. So I was asking somebody like, who are the engineers here, and they were like, oh, Lenard, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Bro, that's a lot of work for you.
But this is the thing. Right now, with all the guys that are there, I'm harping on them learning what I know and asking like all the interns like, listen, if you're on shift, I created an open door policy. If you're on shift on one of my sessions, ask me if you can go upstairs. I'm telling you, as long as the artist gives me the okay, you are all validated in my session.
Right.
As long as I have, unfortunately, one person downstairs, one person upstairs. You guys figure out the rotation. Y'all figure that out. But I just need one person downstairs, one person upstairs, right? Because I want them to see like what goes on, all the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Because you know, every session is a surprise to me. Even when bro, there was the other day, bro. The surprise is they told me we're only doing 3 hours, and we're only recording one song, right? This is the artist that I'm working with, and then lo and behold, we recorded 4 songs, and I had to mix. I had to literally break out my laptop and mix 2 of them right then and there. So it ended up being an 8-hour session.
Damn. Well, that's how it goes. That's really how it goes.
Exactly. So every session is a surprise. I'm here thinking, oh yes, I get to go home at 11.
Yeah,
You would have thought.
No, I mean once you get in that vibe, sometimes it's much better to keep going than to lose it.
No, yeah, 100%. So I tell them, guys, please come upstairs and just like watch at the end of the session. For example, one thing, and again, respectfully, like there'll be some days where Danny and Lee were burnt out, and I think I probably did it like one time because I was literally like them burnt out. But even if it's 6-7 a.m., ask me every question. I want to answer every question. I tell you guys, I'm not don't ask you. I tell them don't ask me a single question during the session unless you see that they're on their phone or some shit, and I'm not busy doing a task. But actually at the end, write it all down, and then literally, if I'm not tired, I'll literally do the whole breakdown for you at 6, 7 a.m. I've done
Right.
it with a bunch of the interns that are there. But I told them, please just come upstairs because uh, I know that for me, I would love a little relief. A little bit, a little. That's also the thing too. If I can get, because I don't need another Leonard. I just need someone at just this skilled. That's all I care about. Just this skilled.
Not just a skill, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Someone hardworking and ready to just like pay attention to the details. I get it. I get it.
I'm gonna get ATD tatted right here. Attention to detail. When they ask me, what's that about?
Dude.
I'm gonna get it tatted right there on across the arm. Attention to detail. So I'm gonna be like, there. This is what it means, motherfucker.
Yeah, just put like right here.
Yeah, bro. Got to.
No, dude,
ATD.
it sounds like you need an assistant, or it would be very helpful to have an assistant.
Yeah, probably.
But I guess
probably.
if you have some good interns there, because you're probably going to be doing night sessions, it's probably going to be the same kinds of people, right? Intern wise. So if you have good interns, maybe that's enough. Who knows? Dude, that's awesome, man. But yeah, it would be cool to see you get an assistant, so then you could just focus on like the hot shit, like mixing, producing, that kind of stuff, and not the editing and the tuning and the routing and the templates and all that stuff.
You want to know the one thing I need an assistant for? I've never taken the time to like learn how to melodyne things.
Huh.
I need a vocal tuner in my life because, for example, I don't need it because I know how to in Logic. When you import audio, the flex pitch is basically Logic's version of Melodyne. So sometimes, whenever I'm like stuck in a pinch, I'll just export the vocals from Pro Tools, throw it in Logic real quick, and do it there because it's easier to do it that way as opposed to like Melodyne plus latency and all the mumbo jumbo. Like I just know how to do it easily in Logic.
Yeah.
So if I had someone that had, I don't have perfect pitch. I have relative pitch.
Relative, yeah.
Yeah. So I need. So for example, what's tuned to me and what's tuned to somebody else are two very different things. So if I had someone with my ear for intonation that it knew, all right, this is how smooth the vocal is tuning wise. If I had someone do that for me, because I have probably 4 artists that I work with that hate autotune that I have to do this for every single time, and it's cumbersome. It's super cumbersome. But one, the product comes out well.
Yeah.
And two, that's their style. That's the way That's the way it got to be.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Totally. Dude, you should find some. As you were talking, we're talking about finding an assistant. You need to find you a Shailene, man. He was my guy for like. He's still my guy. Like, he's the one editing all the videos and stuff. He's my guy for life. You gotta find somebody like that, bro.
I got to.
Damn.
I got to.
But you're doing well, man. It's really good to see you do well, and you're doing
trying to.
What's the next step? What's the next goal?
The next step is to probably within the next, I want to say this year, probably to get 2 or 3 like major label records put out. 2 or 3. I got some stuff in the works that I'm waiting on. That literally. Shit's already been recorded.
Right.
I'm just waiting to see if it drops or makes the cut.
Logistically.
Because that's the thing as a producer as well too. So like, all right, once you become like semi-known, all right, you can get a famous artist on like to record onto your beat. Okay, cool. Are they gonna put it out? Does it fit this? Does the song that they made fit the scheme of what they were thinking about for a project?
Right.
And remember. If that's why, like, a personal preference. Like, for example, I had I still haven't had one official major label record come out. I had some dope stuff come out, but the one thing about like the whole major label stuff is, the artist records to your song, right? It was one, like I said, does it fit the vibe? But then because of 2, if you're just sending beats through email. Sometimes it's 50-50. They can catch a vibe and do like a cool song, but that might be a cool song that lives on a hard drive in the basement for 20 years.
Right.
I personally, because I've experienced it face to face. whenever you put me in the room with the artist, that's the sure guarantee. But you have to work your way to get in the room.
Dude.
That's what I'm trying to do more of, getting in the physical room with artists. That's also why I said I want to engineer so that I can make that transition from I'm already in the room as an engineer. Now here's my other skill set.
Dude,
So
that's some good advice you just gave right there. That's some solid advice. Yeah.
Because it goes back to, for example, when Danny, not Dan, when Danny said the thing about don't be annoying. All right, so there's the stages of don't be annoying. Don't be annoying as an intern. Don't be annoying as an assistant. Don't be annoying as an engineer.
Right.
For example, the one thing that Preem always like showed me was like different ways how to cut up a 2-track, right? But that's one of Preem's one of his like really good skill sets, right?
Mm.
So he showed me a lot of stuff, and now I found like from what he showed me, I created 3 different type of effects that I use to cut up beats, right? So like sometimes when the artist is like done with the song, and they're like, all right, they always say go put the sauce on it, or go do your thing, right? I'll do like 3,000 effects, of course, thinking about the song, like thinking about the vibe of the song in the moment, because you could do I can make the beat sound like a hip hop techno trap just with filters and chops and all that stuff and reverses and all that stuff.
Right.
But does it fit the vibe of the song? Because trust me, I've definitely got just do like less, do like 2 drops. I'm like, come on, bro. I did the whole. I have something called the Batman sweep, bro. That's like
what.
I gotta show you what the Batman is. I gotta put you on to Batman.
I gotta see
sweep.
that.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
The Batman sweep. All I'm gonna tell you is, I'm gonna tell you the chain. But it's unless you physically see what I do, the chain serves no purpose.
Okay,
bro. The Batman sweep followed by meta flanger followed by air distortion, bro. That's the shit, bro.
Okay.
But you gotta know when to use it, because it does not work on every song.
I get it.
But when you do it, the artist is like, "Yo, bro, why it's not like it came from a galaxy?" That's why.
I gotta see this, man.
I gotta show you.
Holy shit! You're making new techniques up and stuff.
Oh, D.
Bro, you'd be an awesome teacher, man. I mean, I think if you got an assistant, you would teach that guy so much stuff. So much.
That I can guarantee.
Yeah. Dude. Crazy. Look, and you made it, man. You're here. You're doing engineering for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You made it, man. I mean, that's what this podcast is all about. It's for people who are working in the
field that they want to.
Yeah. I did, like, sometimes I can't have, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, but, like, I want people who are professionals in the field. Because, like, sometimes when you don't know what's out there, you'll say something that's total bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I know.
Oh, yeah. Don't even get me started on the whole, like, social media lectures. Like, people who haven't done anything, giving up. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. I definitely have had not too many, just a few people who like talk the biggest game in the world. Like, you would think that these guys are like
have 2 Grammys. Or,
yeah.
At least two. Minimum 2. Minimum 2.
And then you realize they haven't even started. It's like, what?
There's a joke in the hood now. It's like, you know how you go like double platinum, they go like double plastic. Those guys, bro. You ain't even go double plastic, bro. Ain't talking shit. Come on, bro.
Oh man, fuck! It's so good to talk to you, man. It's been so long. I feel like good times. Rohan actually was like. He was saying that when you do the one with Lenard, he either wanted to co-host or he wanted to be.
Oh, you should have surprised me with that one. That would have been fire.
No, I mean, I thought about it and then I was like, nah, it's better one-on-one. I want it to be about Lenard. So like, but maybe down the line, maybe this will turn into a group podcast or something. Let's see. I mean,
now we gotta have a Zoom call podcast with all the guys. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
No. strike that. I take that back. We can't do it. All it's gonna be is you know how on Zoom when like someone's talking, it's like the thing goes. It's gonna be that the whole time.
And somebody trying to screen share their Pro Tools session, it'd be bad. What we could do is we could go to Engine Room, get like just all sit around the mez, do something like that. That could
Yeah, in person.
In person.
Exactly. Yeah, in person. Yeah,
that would be cool. I'll try to. Let's see how this whole year pans out. But yeah, that'd be good to do. Dude, it's inspiring, man, because like you were definitely one of the harder workers at Engine Room. You worked hard as an intern. You always stayed up past everybody. You always pushed harder. You always were super cool and nice about everything. So you were never an asshole, which I think is more important than anything. And then yeah, it paid off. I'm just so happy to see that you're making it in this thing. It's really, really cool, dude.
Thank you, G. Thank you. And the same goes to you because you were there the whole time. So seeing, for example, where you, I don't want to say thought you were going, but like what you were doing at the time and where you are now is the same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like another lifetime ago. Well, you're still at Engine Room, so that's good. I mean, yeah, Engine Room seems like a distant memory to me. A good memory.
No, 100%. Because I was fortunate enough to like make it like a home base for me. But everyone that stepped through there, you know, they got what they needed from there.
Yeah,
100%.
It's a good place. It's a good place overall. That's good, man. That's good. Well, can't really think about what else. It's kind of everything, right? We covered everything, I think.
Did we? I feel like there's more.
I mean, there's so many stories, I'm sure. Like, just so many. I can't even count. Like, my favorite one is obviously the AC vents.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Joe.
I think that was the best moment in my entire. Oh man, yeah, it's a good place, dude. So is work back to normal? Like, kinda.
In what sense?
Like, are you getting fairly regular sessions again and picking up with label stuff or?
Oh, bro, I've been booked and busy since May.
That's good.
Since May, I think I took a week off 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
For the first time, I took a week off 2 weeks ago. Since May, I've been running around doing a whole bunch of stuff.
That's good, dude. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, if you have anything else, feel free. But I mean, I just want the best for you, man. You're a great guy, and I think you deserve a lot. So.
We gotta, you know what we gotta do one day? We gotta do one also where we share the screen. Because, like, for example, the talks are like Pro Tools wise, because the talks are important. The talks are important, but a lot of the guys need to like see and hear what's going on. Because
so I thought about that, but the reason why I don't do that is because they're all, at least the students who I'm kind of
showing this to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're already in class. They're already learning about what, they know, like, they're learning about what is a compressor, what is an EQ. Like, they're already learning that stuff, and I'm putting out all those videos anyway. But like, what they don't get is the experiences of how you go from, a fucking intern to this. So I'm hoping that when they hear the stories, they're like, oh shit, that's cool how he handled that, or oh shit, that's fucked up how that guy was smacking his hand away. Things. I think that the experiences more than anything really, really pay off in the end. So I want people to learn that from this podcast. I thought about it too. I thought about the thing, but yeah, they're already learning that shit, dude. Already learning that shit. And then anything like super OD advanced, they have to get it from being that guy's assistant, like having a mentor. Then you're not gonna get it.
Time out. Who would have thought in 2020 G would be using the word OD? That's like, don't let that just skim by.
Slide by.
Yeah, nah.
Dude, I'm
super OD.
I'm surrounded by New Yorkers, man. What can I do? Yeah, I'm trying not to lose I can't become a New Yorker. I gotta retain my control.
No. You gotta
Let
become a
it
New Yorker.
go.
Fuck out of here. Fuck
Let
outta
it
here.
go.
Remember, when you go to the deli, bacon, egg, and cheese is one word. Hey, yo, let me get a bacon and cheese. One word.
Yeah, in New York, bacon, egg, and cheese is one
It's
word.
just one word. All right.
Oh shit, man. That's amazing. Well, yeah, no, dude, look, obviously, best of luck for everything. Yeah, and I think people will get a lot out of this.